one-of-a-kind reviews. I'm Dale.
And I am Paul.
And today we will be reviewing NXT Takeover Respect.
Well, where do we start with this one?
Oh no. Well, not oh no, that's a good thing.
No, it's the opposite of one.
Yeah, it's a very good thing.
It's fucking awesome.
Well, we might as well start from the start.
Yeah, that seems like a logical thing to do. So the first match was the first semi-final of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. It was Finn Balor and Samoa Joe versus Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder.
Yep. Absolute killer of a match to start off the show. It set the pace for what was to come later in the show. Just in the general, just having solid matches, just whole night.
Yeah, it was very, very, very solid tag match. They started out their whole injury angle with Finn Balor.
Yep.
Injured the knee. I can't remember whether it was Scott Dawson or Dash Wilder, but they speared the shit out of his knee.
Yeah, it was similar to what Ric Flair used to do in the day, like a chop block.
Yeah, except he used to do it from the back most of the time. But still, it was that was a little bit disappointing though, because it didn't really come to fruition. It didn't really
play a factor in anything later on in the show.
But it was a very good match, and Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder very much impressed me in that one as well.
Yeah, very underrated tag team. They definitely need to do more with these guys. I'd like to see them have maybe an NXT title run.
Exactly like Blake and Murphy.
Yeah, exactly.
Blake and Murphy were really, there was nothing special about them before they got the titles, and then they kind of had a bit of an edge to their character, had a bit of a, a persona, I guess.
Yeah, they just went from regular old wrestlers to,
wrestlers with titles.
Yeah, to have an actual, somewhat of a gimmick.
Yeah. So hopefully that happens soon. So obviously Finn Balor and Samoa Joe went over in that one, Muscle Buster into coup de grace.
Yep.
And I gave that one a 3.5 MB out of 5.
Yep, I also gave that one a 3.5 MB out of 5. Very good start for the show.
Yeah. And then we had the second semi-final of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. It was Jason Jordan and Chad Gable versus Rhino and Baron Corbin.
I don't even know where to start with this match. Jordan and Gable are the perfect tag team to put against Dawson and Wilder for said NXT title run that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, exactly. They're another tag team that didn't really have much going on, and then when they actually joined up, Chad Gable has just been fucking skyrocketed.
Yeah, he is over as fuck, and there's really no other way to describe it other than that.
Yeah, and by association, Jason Jordan's getting over
exactly.
As well. So we have to mention the fact that the crowd was chanting Gable to the tune of Kurt Angle's theme music.
Yeah.
Because quite honestly, that was the highlight.
Yeah, definitely.
Apart from the roll through bridge German suplex that Chad Gable did on Baron Corbin.
That was insane.
Yeah, the fact that he can lift a 300-pound guy with that momentum and bridge at the same time.
Yeah, and then proceed to bridge and hold the bridge.
Yeah, that was fucking intense. And disappointingly, we had Rhino and Baron Corbin go over.
Yep, unfortunately.
Which, half of the crowd was booing, and I can totally understand why.
That was actually the reason for my low rating compared to what Paul decided to give this match. Because I gave this one a 3 MB out of 5. Very good match, but the ending, the finish, didn't like it at all.
Yeah, no, you can't say that you didn't like the finish, because the
finish itself was fine.
The finish was fucking monumental.
But the people who went over,
I
was not a fan of whatsoever.
Definitely agree with you. It was very stupid, and it made no booking sense as to why Rhino and Corbin went over. But I gave it a 4.5 Horsemen out of 5, and definitely want to mention the End of Days by Baron Corbin.
Absolutely brilliant.
What the actual fuck? That was crazy.
Yeah, I'm good. It's glad to see that Corbin's actually getting better and quickly as well.
Yeah, well, he's improved vastly, so good for him.
Alright, moving on, we then had the debut of Asuka, or Asuka as they like to call her.
I'll let you do a little explaining of pronunciation here.
Alright, she has a clear U in her name, right? Therefore it is Asuka. She is from Osaka, Japan. She is not from Osaka, Japan. See my point, guys? See my point?
Alright.
Alright, I'm done with that. Now onto the match itself. She took on Dana Brooke in her debut match. Absolutely killer of a match.
well, she killed her in the match.
Almost quite literally.
So that's why it was a killer match. But I don't even know like how to start on Asuka. Like I've never seen her before, apart from like your top 10 moves of Asuka on fucking YouTube, and like holy fucking shit.
Yeah, she can go.
Like I was thinking to myself with like Sasha and Becky and Charlotte and stuff leaving the NXT roster, was that the women's division's going to turn to shit.
No, we've got a new face of the NXT women's division.
Yeah,
I can guarantee that.
If she's not feuding for the title in the next 2 or 3 months, something's wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
Something is very wrong because she is like beyond awesome.
Yeah, she needs to have that top run.
Yeah, and like we were discussing before, I said that she's definitely better than any other diva that they have on the roster.
Yep, and as I also mentioned, better than a majority of the male superstars they have as well.
And you can't argue with that.
No, you can't.
That's the fucking impressive thing. You can't argue with that. So I gave that a holy shit out of 5 because, like, quite honestly, it was probably the best debut of a woman wrestler that I've ever seen. Ever.
Yeah. I gave that a 5 horsemen out of a 5 horsemen.
5 horsemen.
5 time. I don't know why I said 5 horsemen.
I don't know.
That was ridiculous.
it was obviously you were so taken back by her debut that you forgot our rating system.
Oh my god.
Which I can't blame you. So then we moved on to another freaking awesome match. It was Tyler Breeze versus Apollo Crews.
Yeah. Honestly, I was half expecting this to be a bit of a squash match. Very glad it wasn't.
Me too.
Made both individuals look absolutely awesome. It was good to see Tyler Breeze counter the Gorilla Press moonsault combination.
Yeah, into a fucking inside cradle.
Yeah, I thought he was going to win.
Super creative.
Yeah, very well done.
I was kind of hoping that, like, I mean, I'm a massive mark for Tyler Breeze, so I'm glad that he didn't look like shit.
I agree, definitely.
Because everyone coming into a match with Apollo Crews thinks, oh shit, there goes my career. But yeah. Tyler Breeze looked like $1 million, and Apollo Crews still got his win.
Yep, I like this finish that he pulled out. This weird, I don't even know what you call it. It's like some sort of running power bomb.
Yeah,
But it was absolutely awesome.
He pretty much got him into the position of like an atomic drop.
Yep.
And then just fucking spun him in the air into a power bomb.
Sit down power bomb, yeah.
Yeah. So
absolutely brilliant.
That was fucking mental. I'm glad they're giving him something other than the Gorilla Press.
Yes, I really like this as a finish. I feel like he needed some sort of big slam or power bomb or something like that.
Big impact move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I gave that a 4.5 out of 5. That was a 4.5 horsemen out of 5, sorry.
Yep.
That was a really, really good match.
Yeah, I also gave that a 4.5 horsemen out of 5. Absolutely brilliant match.
And then we had the final of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Cup, apparently.
Yep, the cup.
Yeah, so that they could win the gigantic space boots. So that was Finn Balor and Samoa Joe versus Rhino and Baron Corbin.
This match was kind of a disappointment. I mean, I really don't know what to say about it. I mean, it was alright. It should have definitely been a lot better considering it was the final of the Dusty Classic. But
yeah, it was outshone by the semi-finals.
Yeah,
both of them.
Which should not happen at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know what much to say about this match. I mean, didn't really feel that special to me.
It was a good match. It was a good match, but there was a few things that annoyed me. Was that, like we mentioned before, the knee injury of Finn Balor seemed to play no part.
Yeah, that didn't play any part in the match whatsoever.
Like, he was selling the knee, but he was doing all of his big moves anyway.
Yeah, he just did everything anyway.
Yeah, it's not like he was working with a limited arsenal of moves because...
Yeah, it's not like he pulled out a new finish because he couldn't do the coup de grace.
No, he just did the coup de grace.
Exactly.
And like he was full on selling the knee and then just jumped out of nowhere for that switchblade move.
That was fucking...
So,
oh, it didn't make sense.
Yeah, so that bothered me. And also the fact that the finish to the match was the exact same as the semi-final match.
Yeah, it was... this match really, like on any other show, this match would have been fine. It would have been a very good tag team match.
Yeah.
But just compared to the other matches of the night and just what it could have been, it just didn't feel like it lived up.
The expectation was here and they got to about here.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I gave that a 3 MB out of 5.
Yeah, I also gave that a 3 MB out of 5.
The presentation was a nice touch.
Definitely.
It was good to see Cody out of character and give her an actual nice heartfelt speech.
Yeah, it was really good to see.
And he kept his fucking cool, so good for him.
Good stuff, Cody.
And then we moved on to the main event of the night.
And what a fucking main event it was.
So it was Bayley versus Sasha Banks in a 30-minute Iron Man match for the women's title.
Iron Woman match.
That was actually Iron Man.
It's Iron Woman. To me, it is Iron Woman.
Fucking equality, man.
Exactly. Equality.
No.
If they had two men in the match and they called it an Iron Woman match, imagine the outrage then.
Yeah.
So why call two women Iron Men?
Well, because it's an Iron Man match and that's just what it's called.
Well, to me it's Iron Woman.
Oh, okay. Well, either way.
I figured that was interchangeable.
To be honest, we don't really need to argue about it.
Yeah, it's kind of pointless.
It's really irrelevant. But either way, we'll go with Iron Woman just to keep the peace. So, it was an Iron Woman match, 30-minute Iron Woman match. Bayley being the champion, defending against the boss.
Yep, the boss.
Sasha Banks.
It was absolutely amazing to see Sasha Banks I don't even know how to describe the amount of heel heat she had.
Like, that was literally one of the best heel... bar Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
That was the best heel performance I've seen this year.
The best heel performance I've seen in many a year.
Yeah, easily.
She made a little girl cry.
Yeah. She literally stole her hair clip.
Yeah.
And went in the ring and was just, parading around with the hair clip as Bayley got counted out.
If that's not heel as fuck, then I don't know what is.
Yeah, she made the kid cry and then fucking threw the hair clip back at her.
Oh, it was great, but also kind of sad to see a little kid cry. You're like,
she was in on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think she.
The parents were, but I don't know about her.
Okay, well, I'll just say this. I just watched this week's NXT, and Izzy, who is the little girl, is wearing a new T-shirt, and it says Izzy Mania, and I think that she was in on it, man.
I feel like that. Yeah, you might be correct.
She was in on it, but it still worked exactly how you would expect it to. So the first fall went to Sasha after she blocked the ref's view in the corner, poked the eyes of Bayley.
You mean block the ref's view? You mean gave the ref the best view of his life?
Yeah. Yes. Well, distracted him from his job, I guess. Yeah. But either way, so she got the cheap roll up there, went up 1-0.
We then had the next fall go to Bayley via pinfall. She hit the Bayley to belly out of nowhere, pretty much.
Yeah, well, I mean, Sasha was on the top rope. She just yanked her out, caught her, Bayley to belly. It was fucking awesome.
Got the pinfall and...
It's 1-1. And then after that was when Bayley started getting beaten up in front of her family and in front of Izzy, and that's when the real heel stuff started coming out. Sasha full got in her face, full on right in this little kid's face, which was absolutely brilliant. And then Sasha got another fall. She got a count out victory after throwing Bayley into the LED board.
Very violently, mind you. Very violently throw into it.
I think they made it look a little bit better by the fact that they made it short out.
Oh yeah, definitely. But
because you see people get thrown into LED boards a lot.
Yeah.
But in this match, it actually meant something.
Exactly. But she actually hit with impact compared to most of the other times where it's whatever.
Yeah, but literally everything that these two girls do.
Yeah, it's just very
extremely impactful.
Stiff and just...
Yeah, they work as male wrestlers who are renowned for being stiff work.
Yeah, they work a match between Sheamus and JBL.
Yeah, well, either way, both girls put in a fucking awesome effort. Bayley reversed... I can't actually remember what she reversed. But
she reversed something into a roll-up, which got her another pinfall victory to even it.
Yeah,
2-2.
2-2 with 12 minutes and 35 seconds to go. And I rewatched this match, and quite honestly, I don't remember there being that much time left between that fall and the final fall. And that was the good thing about this match, is because it was booked in such a way that it just kept going.
Yeah, definitely. It just they always kept your attention. You didn't feel like, oh, well, it's obvious this person's going to win, or it's obvious this person's going to win.
And did it feel like a half an hour match?
No.
Exactly.
It did not at all.
Like 15, 20 minutes most.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like that's exactly what you wanted out of an Iron Man match. You don't want anyone to get bored.
Exactly.
And yeah, like what do you even say about the finish?
I don't even know. Like, I'm trying to think of what that move the submission move she put on it was called. The only time I've really ever seen that and heard the name actually be talked about was when Perry Saturn used to use that, and he called it the Rings of Saturn.
There you go.
But the move itself, I have no idea what it's called.
Yeah, but Rich Brennan actually said, like, oh, we've seen Bayley use this submission move before. I've never seen her use it.
I've never seen her use it either.
So obviously, you know, it was before our viewing.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way, that was really cool because with about like what 3 or 4 seconds left,
yeah,
she just started kicking the crap out of Sasha's hand.
Yeah, took a page from her book and started kicking the shit out of her.
Yeah, and with about 2 seconds left, Sasha Banks just gave up. She couldn't hold on.
She couldn't tap out, so she had to like scream that she quits.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was refreshing to see the finish of an Iron Man match not be sudden death.
Yeah, definitely.
Because everyone thought that was going to happen.
I thought it was.
Yeah, well, I mean, when there's 2 seconds left and it's 2-all.
Yeah, and someone's in a submission hold.
Yeah, we'd be like, oh, they're going to hold out just for that little extra.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I gave that a holy shit out of 5. I mean, it wasn't as good as their match at Brooklyn, but it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I agree. It was a fucking awesome match. I gave it a 5 time. And moving on to the celebration, we had, you know, all the roster come out. Triple H included, some of the trainers to congratulate the 2 women on the amazing performance that they put on.
Yeah, and fair enough too.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, it was fucking awesome.
Yep, and like people don't seem to realise it, but it was a really big thing to have a women main event a pay-per-view.
Yeah, well, I mean, like they made such a big deal out of Trish and Lita main eventing Raw.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was like 10 years ago. So like, I mean, that it's taken 10 years.
And I mean, I'm pretty sure since then there's only been one Raw where a female segment has closed the show, which was the Bellas and Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah, and it wasn't even a match.
No, it was
just a segment.
Yeah, contract signing.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a giant leap forward for women's wrestling, really.
Yeah, which I'm very glad to see. Glad to see.
Because, like, I mean, 5 years ago, do you really think that, you know, we would have been like, yeah, women's matches main eventing a pay-per-view? Like,
we would have thought that's the worst idea ever.
Yeah, exactly, just because it wouldn't have been a good match.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's no one you could put in there to hold up even a 10, 15-minute match.
Yeah, and I mean, look at their roster now. Like, seriously, just in general, right? Not even just NXT, because let's be honest, there's some main roster girls that are pretty talented.
Yeah, pretty good, yeah.
Like, even if you go as low as, like, Naomi and Alicia Fox.
Yeah, they're still good.
They're very, very, very solid workers, and they can put on a good match. But if you steer away from that, you've got like Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Asuka now.
Yeah.
You've got fucking Bayley, Sasha Banks. Like
the list goes on.
Like that's just 6.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure they're just going to continue finding more and more divas that are absolutely amazing.
Hashtag hire Havoc.
I agree.
Yeah.
As much as she's racist, they need to hire her.
Yes.
They should probably just get over yourselves. Just tell her to calm it down.
Havoc's racist, WWE's racist. It's a beautiful relationship.
Exactly.
Alright, and I guess that's the whole fucking show, guys.
Yeah. That'll wrap it up for our review of...
oh wait, did we rate it overall?
No, we did not.
I gave it a 4.5 horsemen out of 5 because, like, literally, apart from, say, like, Gable and Jordan not going over, can't argue with anything.
Yeah, I also gave it a 4.5 horsemen out of 5.
Yeah.
Not a boring match on the card.
Yeah, kept my attention for the whole time.
Exactly.
So that was the whole fucking show.
Like, favourite, subscribe, comment, all those good things, and we'll see you next time for some more one-of-a-kind reviews.
Have a nice day.